What's up, everybody? Just June. Today and every day is a day of gratitude, a day of gratefulness that we got to step into that day and provide ourselves with a new opportunity to be better, to be different, to be more, or to relax. Yo, do you have that thing that you know you want to do and you constantly ask how? How do I do it? You're constantly asking around, how do I get this done? And what is each and every step? You know, you meticulously plot out what it is you want to do with that thing that you always want to do. And you want to make sure you do it right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Absolutely ain't nothing wrong with that. Especially asking people from experience. Especially trying to gain knowledge. Ain't nothing wrong with wanting to learn. But if you're constantly stuck in that cycle of over and over again asking how it can get done without making the effort to start, that's where it becomes a problem. And to that, I say you have to recognize that if no matter how many times you get advice, if no matter how many times you ask how it can be done, you still don't exactly know how you want to start it, it may just mean you're meant to do it in a way that nobody's ever done it before. It may just mean you haven't gotten the answers you were looking for. There's always that piece missing from what everybody else has given to you that you know is missing, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Don't meditate on it too long. You know, step outside, be awkward, make your mistakes. Just start it. Just do the thing. Do the thing completely authentically as you, and eventually you'll come across that missing piece by total accident. Like Bob Ross said, happy accidents. Happy accidents. A little smudge on that canvas. It only happened once you got the mountains down, once you got the background, the sky painted. You paint the sky. You put the mountains there. You put the water there. And you're struggling on, where should I place this tree? You know what I'm going to do? Just a little right there. And then see what it becomes. You might just make a smudge, but that smudge could turn into a little cabin. And now you have a cabin next to the river on that painting. You know? It was a little too smudgy to turn into a tree. It looks kind of like a wall if you do it right. Make a little cabin. Boom, add a little window right there so you can see the little deers coming by to sip from the river. Happy accidents. Just do more doing. I'm trying to get a hold of that this year. I'm doing a lot more doing. I used to tell myself all the time, like, hey, I'm gonna walk the college campus, and y'all seen in that last video, I was just chilling at a college campus. What I want to do, and don't tell nobody, especially not the government, because they're not going to like this. Education is too motherfucking expensive. But you know what they have? They have libraries. And you know what scholars back in the day used to use? They used to use motherfucking libraries. You know what slaves used to do? They used to sneak and find the libraries, especially the house nigga. You know what women used to do back then? They used to sneak into the quarters and read the books. It's quite literally that simple. I want to go back to college. I dropped out of community college. I dropped out of community college twice. And then I went to a trade school where I learned applied science of entertainment business. You know, I wanted to get good at marketing. I wanted to get good at, what contracts to look for and what not to sign. I learned not to sign a 360 deal, and that was the main thing that stuck. And that should be common knowledge. Anybody will tell you don't sign a motherfucking 360 deal. If you do it, you never you probably weren't meant to be in this industry. You know what I mean? Or that industry, because not this industry. I'm not in that industry yet. That industry. Yeah, don't sign 360 deals. Anyway, I'm just breaking into the college and just using the library. I haven't been in the library yet, at least at the college. I was just walking around the college. I made a song while I was at there. And I just walk around like people watching and like seeing the new people coming to tour the place, seeing like parents bringing their kids there, seeing friends throwing frisbees, having froth parties. Shout out Rick and Morty. It's a lot of hammocks on a college campus. Way more hammocks than I thought would be at a college campus. But yeah, I'm gonna just start walking up in the library like I go to the school and looking up what I want to look up, hopefully finding the answers that I need to do what with it, have it until I figure out what to do next with it. That's all information is for. I have no plan for it, but I want to be more insightful when I come to you guys. I want to be more astute when I answer your questions. You know, I want you to come to me in my Discord and ask me just about anything, and I can give you a perspective from a place where it's not just solely based on opinion. There's going to be a lot of opinion because I'm just a person, and you're going to come and talk to a person. But at the same time, I want to be able to help broaden people's horizons when they come to me. You know, I feel like, and this is going to sound, I don't know if it's going to sound arrogant or it's going to sound like I'm on a high horse, but I don't intend for it to come off that way. I'm not built for the industry, bro. I know I could do it. I absolutely know I can do it because I'm talented than a motherfucker. I play several different instruments, at least to a degree where music can come out and sound good. You know, I'm nowhere near a professional, but I play a ton of different instruments to the point where I could create songs fairly fucking easily. I can sing, I can rap. I dance like an uncle, but who the fuck cares? In the club, they be like, damn, you could really dance. And I'd be like, I can? Okay. Oh, shit. You know what I mean? Almost never leave the club without kissing somebody. That's kind of a problem. That's why I stopped going to the club. It would just happen. And then I'd get sick. And then I'd regret it. Dude. TMI. Yeah, I want to be the person who, if I don't make it, I at least can encourage somebody who has that in them to go and do that for themselves. You know what I mean? There's plenty of people, plenty of my peers out there doing that shit for themselves, and I'm all like, you guys look amazing doing that shit. I love being around it. I love going to little underground indie concerts, underground hip-hop concerts, underground rock concerts, of just like local people out there just doing what they do, and it's just fantastic to feel that energy in the room. And if I can encourage more people to do that, then I got more concerts to go to, Nyaka. Like, it's kind of selfish at the end of the day. I want to come see you. Like, one of my dreams is to start sort of a YMCA for the youth who want to pursue artistic endeavors. I want it to be fairly cheap to be able to get a membership there, just like the YMCA. I want there to be studio setups, teachers who can teach programs about the studio setups. I want there to be canvases on deck. I want there to be books. I want there to be community gatherings for people to come together and just be in a creative space together, or network if you get to that point where you kind of need to network and just be social and, you know, come together in the pursuit of their creative endeavors. I want that to be a space for people. And I don't have the money for a fucking building. But that's a dream. That's my dream. That's one of my dreams. On a personal level, on a personal level, my personal dream that has nothing to do with society or has nothing to do with like, you know, what legacy I want to leave on society, like my personal, it's the same as everybody's. I want to go see stuff that I haven't seen across the world. I just want to fly around, bring people I love with me, and then come home to a comfortable house with a dog and a cat and an owl. Because if I'm gonna get any bird, it's gonna be an owl. It's gonna be a sky cat. Owls are basically sky cats. If you really compare, yeah. What was that? Anyway, it's probably an owl. Yeah. A big part though of breaking out of that, how do I do this? Where do I start? What are the steps that I need? What are the no. A big part of feeling motivated to continue hitting that start button over and over again is just to figure out why you want to do it. It's just to figure out why you want to do it in the first place. That pillar is going to uphold that platform for the rest of that process, for the rest of your life. That pillar that you put that on is the foundation for everything you want to do. Like the Bible says, building a house on the sand. You know? It's all about what you put underneath you that's going to give you that support. Do you want the ice to constantly melt from under your feet and be too dense to swim out of that lake? Or do you want to walk on some solid ground? Do you want to trust the floor underneath you and keep moving? Yeah. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I hope you do too. I don't really think I had much else to say. I was gonna give this a full length like kind of podcast episode. But I think message delivered. I hope message received. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. Link to the Discord will be in the description below. Come and chat with me. Spawn in the bonfire. We could have discussions like personally and like just talk over the phone on Discord. We just chat it up for real until it starts to get too full. Get it while it's cold. I don't know. Anyway, InJvne InJvne on Spotify and on YouTube Music. No One But You single is out right now. The second YouTube channel, I got a little bit more music posted. Not the stuff that's on Spotify or on YouTube Music. Go check it out. Same name, InJvne InJvne. I appreciate y'all coming through. See you. I'm gonna go get some rest because I just had to get up early and drive to the airport and all that stuff. So I'm pretty tired. But yeah, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna see you.